Good morning. Good morning. It's a magnificent Monday. It's a motivational Monday inside the faith room. What's up, everybody? Y'all come on in here and sit on down. What's up, Nate?
What up? It's a mind-blowing Monday.
Fun.
Come on,
Um,
God. Blow our minds this
Come
week.
on, God.
Yes, Lord. Come
I
on
like
in. Good morning,
There we
everybody.
go. There we
Monday
go.
to you.
It's heat down.
And you know what we do every morning? We greet each other and then we
Declare our
declare our
day.
Mhm. And that's what we do in that order. I'm going to go ahead and put it out there. Good morning. I'm going to go ahead and say again, mind-blowing
Blowing
Monday.
Monday.
And
Wow.
Cherie, what do I do after I do that? All that, then I went.
Tag and share.
There it is.
Get this word out.
Come
Get
on,
the
y'all.
people in the room.
That's what we
Can
do
you help
in
us
the
do
faith room. That's what we do in the faith room. So what I'm going to do now is I'm copying the link and I'm going to tag it. If you're on YouTube, you could do the very same thing. Like the video before Lay have to tell y'all. Like it. There
All
she
right.
go.
She's speaking
Put it
first.
in there, Lay.
She's about to get started. She's about to
Just
get
for the sake
started.
of putting it in there. Yes.
Good morning, Auntie Dora.
Good morning, everybody. Come on in.
Roxy.
And Auntie Dora celebrated 85 years
Woo,
yesterday.
woo. Happy birthday.
85
5. It's a blessing. It's a blessing.
years young. Happy birthday. Y'all give some love to Evangelist Dora Sanders. 85.
What a blessing. What a blessing.
Many didn't make it.
Man.
85. Your daddy is how old, Cherie?
He just turned 85.
Come on here. All right.
January 12th.
I like that, Richard Miller. Mind your business. Cherie, you haven't sung that in a while. Mind your.
I think the times I've sang it, I made my point very clear.
All of my business belongs.
No, none of my business.
Oh, that's right. None
belongs to you.
That song hit, boy. That was a hit.
Uh-huh.
I think they got the. We have had to sing it, so that's a good thing.
Listen, I don't like having the same conversation multiple times.
And don't.
And ain't.
Happy birthday, everybody. 85. Come on here.
That's a blessing. That's a blessing.
85 years young.
Millions didn't make it.
Come on, Cherie. What?
And when I tell you, especially as of late, well, it ain't just started, but as of late, so many young people
Come on.
are leaving.
They leaving. They're leaving.
Yeah.
They're leaving. Yeah, I have a funeral tomorrow for that 20-year-old young man that was murdered, and then another one, 23-year-old. So yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
And
I
so
was sad to hear after I got out of church, Ricky Smiley, one of his sons, passed away.
Cherie, tell me about that, because I thought I read it. I don't know if I was asleep. What happened?
We don't know. I don't know today. Yesterday there was no cause of death revealed, but I just saw as soon as he released the video, I saw it. He just said my son passed away today.
Wow.
So
Vanessa says it's a meaningful Monday.
Meaningful Monday.
That's good. We Vanessa's mother, who was a partner of our church, Cherie, and a charter member, she actually made the motion, gave the name Greater Life, and it was second, and it approved. So her mom actually named Greater Life, the church, Greater Life. And so they had a tribute concert in her honor on Saturday.
I didn't see that graphic.
Yeah, they had a great turnout.
Was she in music, or it was just a musical? I
music,
know
she's in education, but then she also loved music. So
okay,
they brought back everybody who touched her life musically, and it was just a great time. And we had Faith Room was in attendance as well.
Okay.
So Vanessa, shout out to Dr. Shirley Jr. Her legacy lives.
Mm-hmm.
And Vanessa, that's just, we got to do number 2 next year. I mean, you got to keep this going. It was powerful. So we celebrate that. Great. And shout out to everybody who came out and supported that, okay. We appreciate you. All right.
Shimmy says pray for her nephew who had to be rushed to the hospital, only to find out he has to have surgery again from a stabbing that took place 7 years ago.
Praying for him. Jonathan,
Yes.
in the name of Jesus,
Will.
God, touch him
Yes.
right now is my prayer. We thank you in advance. In Jesus' name, amen.
Yes. Amen.
Amen.
Pastor O is in the comments this morning. It's a Monday of miracles.
Pastor Oris Pruitt, who has gone from Mondays with Pastor O to Saturdays. So if y'all are watching him on Saturday mornings, 10:30, you can catch Pastor Oris Pruitt. We love him and we appreciate him. Lisa Pruitt. And it will always go down in history.
Don't do it, Nate.
On a live show.
You so what? Oh, you always resurrecting stuff. Let it go, Doc.
Lisa!
Now, if she come get you, don't say no. I'm not saving you. I can't wait.
Come on. Who was in the room during that session? Lisa! I'm live.
And the laughter begins.
Listen, everybody wasn't here then. So, you know.
So you just felt the need to be petty on behalf of others.
How he projected his voice that day.
A petty pastor.
Lay Reed says 6 likes and 30 people are on YouTube. Come on, YouTube. Like it so Lay can, you know, like.
Okay. We need the other 24 of y'all to do something.
Come on. Let's go.
Like that video.
And YouTube be jumping too. They up to almost over 100 every day that we're live. And Lisa clapped back on Pastor O too.
So you're just gonna say everything?
Absolutely.
Oh God.
Absolutely. Kim Fife said she was in there making noise.
So I like when Z used to be in there dropping stuff and slamming microwave.
I remember, child.
Now.
Hush! Your day coming.
No, ain't nobody making noise in my room.
You're going to get a puppy or a cat.
I'm not Cherie Evans.
Cherie, I really thought about getting you a puppy.
Save that puppy's life. Leave it where it is. If y'all love puppies, and leave him where he is.
So if somebody
gifted pets,
I know you don't, but if they gifted you a puppy out of
surprise, what would
you say? What would you say?
I don't want it.
That's what you would say.
Yeah, take it somewhere else where he can live.
You would, okay.
Do you hate this dog or something? Like, why are you bringing it to me? What did this dog do to you? Why are you bringing this dog to my home?
I'm gonna
send you perish.
I'm gonna send you a video. Somebody sent me this video.
To get no shots. I'm not doing all that. Now I had a child, and we through with that.
You know, we grew up in the era where we never took our dogs to the vet.
And they lived, didn't they?
Listen. This is what they used to say. Jimmy Dean dog done had some puppy. They still under the house. Y'all can go grab one.
Just go under there and get one.
No, you got to get the mama out first. Then them dogs live a long time.
Y'all going under the house getting y'all own puppy from this ma'am dog's litter.
Jimmy Dean. And you know what? And we fed, come on, y'all. And we fed those dogs
anything.
Table food. Listen, y'all, they playing us out here. They making money.
They're making money.
How many dogs they ate? If we ate turkey and dressing, that dog ate.
And greens. Scrape, scrap. Whatever was on that left on everybody's plate.
And them dogs lived longer than dogs living today.
Cause y'all feeding them all that fake stuff.
Now you got this hearty chicken and beef. Come on, man. Get that dog some churches.
Let's say they'll still eat table food. They ain't falling for the okey doke.
Listen.
Eat this or be hungry.
In my era, we never had baby formula. We turned out just fine. How did they feed babies? They gave babies everything back in the day.
Breast milk.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. People get pet insurance, Tamika said, for their animals these days.
They do. They do.
Them dogs living their best life.
And they got middle names and last names.
Our dog, I got it, Luke Sean Stewart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, middle name, Jimmy Dean. Yeah, that's what they say. Go on over there and get you one. She got 5 boys and 6 girls.
Oh, they knew all of that?
Listen. And then the last one, they used to call them, what they call them, y'all? The mutt. The smallest one in the mutt.
Yeah, I wasn't into dog life. We didn't ever have a dog.
What kind of dog is it? Everything.
I had goldfish, and my brother had like gerbils and hamsters and stuff. We didn't ever have a dog.
Oh, okay.
Now he has dogs.
I got it. Well, good morning, y'all. Happy Monday.
Art said we would have animal rights called on us today.
Man, listen.
If we did that same stuff. Have them chained to a tree. Remember that?
The run. Yep, absolutely. It was no dog house.
Chained to that tree. Oh God.
We called him
runt. Runt, not a mutt. A mutt is a mixture of a mix.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I got it, y'all.
Yeah.
The runt is the smaller. Y'all right. I'm mixing the mutt. Yeah, the mutt. All that. So anyway, y'all, if you're here for the first time, I know I tagged some new people. If you're here for the first time, type in the number 1. Type in the number 1 and let us know where you're watching from. We are the Faith Room, y'all. This is a daily platform. We're 2.5 years strong, reaching 20,000 people every month. God is breathing on this platform. We have no explanation, but God did it. We're real people with real concerns. We get real solutions. This session, we don't call it a show. These are sessions. It's twofold. We laugh on the front end and we get in this word and give hope on the back end. We believe in laughter. So if you don't like to laugh, you have fun, this may not be the room for you. So we are, people are viewing from all over the country. I'm here on the West Coast, Cherie's in Arkansas, the co-host. We have people in Chicago, New York, East Coast, West Coast, Midwest. It's nationwide. So welcome to the room. Let us know if you're here for the first time. Type in the number 1, everybody, right now. And let's
do it right now.
Give you some love. Come on. I'm tagging to Cherie and sharing it to my page. So.
I just did it. So I'm good.
Cool.
While we're waiting, let's talk about what we got coming. This meetup.
Yes.
Yeah. We need y'all to go on and handle up.
Handle your business.
If you want to be there, we want to see your face in the place.
Yes.
It's going to be great. I had so much fun last year in Vegas, just getting to put faces and names together.
Yeah.
And then, so we spend every day in here together, but to be able to spend real time with people that you feel like you already know, it's a great pleasure and a great honor. So and so some of you have joined the Faith Room since that time. Hopefully those of you who were in attendance last year will come again. And then there were a great number who were not able. Prayerfully, this year you will make your way to the ATL. Now just remember, the early registration discount is about to come to an end. This time next week, I want to say.
Yep. February the 6th.
A week from today.
Yep.
Or something like that. So after that, it goes to the regular registration of $150, and of course that will go through May 5th. And then I'm not sure we're going to do on-site registration or not. I can't remember, but I know the graphic says through May 5th for sure. So you go to the website, get all the details. You can go there to see the names of all the different breakouts that you are afforded. And then Thursday, mix and mingle, fun and games, just get to know each other, fellowship, build relationships. And then Friday, Pastor Nate, what do? We come in and we that's the breakout day, right?
Yeah, Friday's breakout day. We're gonna come in, we're gonna get everybody gathered, and then
Friday night, Faith Room Live.
Faith Room Live. And we're gonna have a live session with guest, and it's almost gonna be an online, in person. It's gonna be all
this right here live.
Absolutely. Yeah. And but this year we're gonna have guests. Last year we just had myself, Cherie, and then our facilitators, Pastor KJ. But this year we're gonna bring in guests. We're gonna do interviews. We're gonna allow them to give us hope in person. So how many of you have already registered? Let me see your hand. How many of you have already registered? Let me see your hand. If you've already registered for the trip, not that you got your tickets yet, as far as your flights and hotel, but you've registered.
Taking care of your registration.
Yes. Let me see who we got, Cherie. Who do we have coming to Vegas? Let's see. So far.
Not Vegas.
Atlanta. Katina. Ruby Barnes. Barbara Rankin. Sherry Hall. Man, let's go. This is good. Tamika, Airbnb booked. Pearlie is registered. Tori is in there, registering this week. Malika Hollins. Come on here. Friday, JJ. It's the first of the month. Cash your check and register. Natasha Combs in there. Roxy driving on up to ATL from Mississippi.
She's in Mississippi, right?
Yeah. Roxy ain't got to get no flight. Registering today. Sandra Douglas coming to the A. All right. This is going to be off the chain. Levine this week. So guess what, Cherie? We having a conference because we got at least 50.
2 or 3 a gala.
Yeah. Kamani say, I'm in there. Lay Reed is coming to Vegas. All right.
Cassandra White, we are on the way.
And listen, y'all, if you've never been to Atlanta, it's so much to do. It's like get there on Tuesday if you can and just enjoy the city life. Hopefully the weather will be cooperative because
there hurt people coming from Mississippi. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you good. Yeah. It's the weather's typically, it could go either way in May, but I think May we're gonna get into that spring weather. It'll be good weather. So let's go. We're excited about it. All right. So surgery pending, waiting on date. Okay, Teresa, do that. We having a conference. That's it. Pastor comments. Best believe.
Trust and believe.
Richard Miller is on the ticket.
Performance.
Rich will be doing the wet Cherie, the barber shop
for the
all the men on Friday morning. You're gonna spend an hour with the pastor comments. And we had a great time with the men last year, man.
They were crying, y'all. They was in there crying.
We were crying.
We didn't know.
Who was getting the tissue? Who was getting the tissue? Jermon.
We didn't know y'all would be crying. So that's why we felt safe to come in there. Can y'all go find us some tissue? Because we over here going in. Over here in this ladies' room.
Jermon grabbing tissue and crying. Tamika Jones. Y'all need to send Jermon somewhere, Tamika Jones. You and Cassandra and
interrupting him.
Yeah.
Interrupting his breakthrough.
He was trying to talk. He was in the middle. He was like this. And I was saying,
if y'all could give me a second, just hold on.
And I was just broken by that.
And we need some tissue.
Then they sent Jermon up to the store to get some more tissue.
And then he come back.
Tissue, tissue man. I am the faith room tissue man.
Tissue man. Foolishness. Y'all do not bother Jermon this year.
Let the man have fun. They told me to get tissue for Jermon.
So they specifically said his name.
That's funny.
And Cassandra on here throwing Karen under the bus. Karen ain't on here to defend herself.
Oh my God.
It probably was her though. I can see
she all the way under the bus right now. It's too late now.
Put it in reverse. Roll back.
Cherie, can you give me one more of that tissue?
Tissue man. I'm gonna be the faith room tissue man. Tissue man.
Oh, that's funny. Oh my God. Oh,
Over to God.
oh.
You know, we got a question of the day we got to get to.
I see the t-shirt. I see it.
Ain't
On the
nobody
back of the shirt.
tissue man. Ain't nobody
No, Sheree, here's what it said. Need tissue.
called your mind. Not got milk, need tissue.
And Jermon not in here either, boy. We killing him.
You'll
right,
watch
here we go. Question of the day. Let's go to work. Pastor Tony Johnson, y'all, is in the room.
He is waiting.
He's going to give us a word of hope. It's Monday motivation. Y'all know how we do it. Monday, we kick off with just a word to get us through the week. All right. And so after this question of the day, we're going to bring in who's not a guest. Tony Johnson has been with us for a minute. So let's see what the co-host got today for us. Question of the day.
Here we go.
Let's go.
Yo, Faith Room, what's mobbing, man? Faith Room, it's time for the question of the day. Faith Room, stand up. It's time for the question of the day. You here with Pastor Nathan and Pastor Sharia. They here to give you what you need to be free. This is the place with real people and real problems and real questions. They through. Stand up. Yeah, come on, y'all. It's time for the question of the day. Stand up.
Woo-hoo.
It's time for the question of the day.
Hey.
All right.
Let's see.
Today's question is what is your favorite go-to meal when you want to eat good and it's something you can do real quick, but it's good and hearty? What's your favorite go-to meal? Whether you cook it or go pick it up somewhere, but it's the thing you go to when you know you want to.
Captain Berry Crunch.
Really? Cereal.
Cereal.
Okay. All right, let's see.
Let's see. We're going to get some cereals in here today.
Spaghetti,
Yeah.
salad, taco soup. Yep. Spaghetti, Cobb salad. Let me quit trying to put them up. Spaghetti. Oh,
Spaghetti,
God.
yeah.
Homemade tacos. Any kind of pasta. Chipotle, grilled cheese, fried chicken, spaghetti and cornbread, tacos, chicken Alfredo. And the Alfredo is not from the can, she said. Spaghetti, air fried chicken, oxtails, cabbage and rice, wings, Olive Garden Toscana soup, chicken noodle soup, avocado toast with eggs, fish, spaghetti or pizza, pork chops and rice, salad, chicken, fajitas, pizza,
Wow.
homemade cooked chili, chipotle,
That's
pasta
two.
and chicken breast, fries,
Mhm.
market salad from Chick-fil-A, fried chicken, fish tacos, chicken pot pie, homemade, pizza, salad, peanut butter sandwich, baked potato and steak, buttermilk fried chicken, collard greens, hot water cornbread, oxtails, cornbread, collard greens, fish and salad, carne asada fries. It's going so fast. Collards with hot water cornbread. Y'all, I'm sorry, it's going so
Person
fast.
say, y'all making me hungry.
Collards, hot water cornbread, smothered pork chops, fried corn, air fried wings, chicken, salmon croquette, and smothered potatoes. 2-piece combo from Popeyes, salad, stuffed salmon, sauteed asparagus, and jalapeno rice. Any kind of chicken cooked different ways. Prison spread.
What they say now?
Smoked oysters, clams, tuna top, and top ramen. That's prison. That's Big D. Salad or tacos, chicken, potatoes, and carrots,
Put it out there, Doc.
loaded baked potato, tacos or spaghetti, noodles. Okay, so now they arguing over if top ramen is better than, I can't say the M one, Maricon. No, it's two ramen noodle types. Air fried chicken wings, veggie soup, grits. No, we didn't say healthy, Vanessa. Quick. Grits, eggs, toast, sausage, and bacon,
Right,
lima
that's
beans
so
with
nice.
crispy cornbread. Let's see. Frosted Flakes.
There it is.
Uh,
That's the cereal.
Smothered chicken and rice. San Diego tacos. Chips.
But I had this question though. Take a breather, Sheree. Big D, what's prison spread, dog?
You said it.
I mean, okay.
All that's tuna and shrimp and stuff on top of top ramen noodles.
They make it happen, don't they, boy? They make it happen in them.
You got to eat. Gumbo, the real kind.
The real gumbo.
Yeah.
That's fake gumbo. I mean, I guess.
John, are you from Louisiana or something? Mine would be.
Let's go.
It's smothered hamburger steak with onions and some kind of green vegetable and potatoes, a potato or mashed potatoes or some kind of potato. That's my go-to.
That's your go-to meal.
If I come home from church, I don't want to go out. I don't feel like cooking a whole lot. That's what I'm gonna fix.
Okay.
Or you can do rice or potatoes or something.
Now, what's your go-to cereal when you just gotta have it?
Frosted Flakes.
You do bananas? No banana.
No.
No banana.
And I'm the one, I let mine sit so it can get soggy a little bit.
Come on. You're your country self.
People who let their cereal get soggy also are the people who make a bologna sandwich or a salami sandwich, whatever kind of sandwich, and you do this first. Press the bread down.
Mm-hmm. I like it. Listen, fries. What's up, Aquila?
Fries. Who got the best fries?
McDonald's. I gotta say McDonald's.
Hands down.
What's up with their fries? It's something up with those fries. I don't know. When they're hot.
I haven't had fries in so long.
Mickey D. Let me tell you who else got a good fry now. You remember Checkers and Rallies?
See, I don't like them kind of fries. The seasoned.
Oh yeah, somebody said Zaxby's. Have you ever tried Zaxby's fries?
Yeah, the crinkle fries.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah.
But McDonald's got it though.
McDonald's has been consistent since I was a child.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
that's what's up.
Burger King fries, they cold as soon as you drive off, they taste like sticks.
Yeah, I don't fool with that. I hate Rally's fries, old Rally's. Okay, Del Taco. No, I ain't really definitely ain't doing no Del Taco fries.
If you sell tacos, you ain't got no business selling no fries.
Exactly. Everybody throwing it against. Y'all listen, it's Motivational Monday. Y'all need a word today. I do. I want to get my week started. If you're here for the first time, listen, welcome to the Faith Room. We hope you come back. It won't be your last time. The reason we're interacting like this because we family. We know each other. We be kicking it. So join the room, get to know each other. The comments do matter. Richard Miller, who you'll see his name, he's engaging you in the comments. But if you put up a comment and we miss it, it's not intentional because they're moving fast. But we do want to get your comments as we flow. Tony Johnson, y'all, here's what I love about him. He's been faithful. He's been consistent. Before he was ever asked to come in the room, he was already a part of the room. So he's a senior pastor here at Mount Olive Church, and he has a testimony too. And I'll let him tell it.
Yes, Lord.
Come on in here, Pastor Tony Johnson, y'all. Our brother is in the room. What up, Tony?
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
What's your shirt? Your shirt say, Tony, God, it's dope.
Dope.
You got that Black history flavor with it. I see
Yes,
you.
sir.
What's
Yes,
up,
sir.
man?
Hey, what's up? Good morning to you guys. Thank you so much for having me. Before we get started, let me say thank you to Pastor Sheree, Pastor Nate for your prayers, man.
Oh yeah.
Cherie, you have a heart for leaders and pastors. My late mom would say you can pray the horns off a billy goat. And so we just thank you for your prayers.
That's you.
They definitely helped me get through this tough time. I'm still working my way back, but God has been faithful, man. And I thank you guys for thinking about me, Pastor Nate, who continues to check on me, my well-being, not just my physical, but my mental and my spiritual. And thank you guys so much. On a lighter note, let me let you know this. My first eulogy was a dog. My very first eulogy was a dog. They didn't go to the vet back in the day. You know, you dig that hole in the backyard, you put old FIFO in that hole, put the little stick cross on top of the dirt, and you pray over FIFO, and that was it.
That was it.
All these doctor bills and stuff. Yeah.
Tony, so the family contacted you to do the eulogy?
It was my dog.
It was his dog.
It was a family dog. Yes,
I
sir.
heard those are common now, though, Tony.
Funerals.
Hey,
Those cemeteries are big now.
hey, expensive too.
Wow. He said FIFO.
Indeed.
How was let me ask you this, Doc. What was your message?
What was the text? What did you use?
I had to be about 14. I was crying the whole time. Dog gone. I don't even know what I said. Had to lay FIFO to rest.
We go miss him.
He was a good dog.
Oh, to say goodbye.
That's right.
To yesterday. Yeah. Wow.
Tony, man, listen, thank you for being here. We just want to release you, man, to give us some hope today, man. We didn't give you the direction to go. We wanted you to be led of God. Y'all, let's give some love again to our brother, Pastor Tony Johnson, man.
Yeah.
We're here for it, Doc. You got it.
Let's go.
Good morning again. I love you guys. Thank you so much for this platform. You had a great conversation last week. The theme this year, the year of no compromise, man. And in order to not compromise, we have to have hope. I got my calling at age 12, my first sermon at 13. And every time I preach, before I say anything, I give my testimony, which is this: my hope is built on nothing less than Jesus' blood and righteousness. I dare not trust the sweetest frame, but wholly lean on Jesus' name. On Christ, the solid rock I stand. All other ground is sinking sand. And I've done that since I started preaching every sermon to get me going. That's kind of the way I'm led to do, and I've always done it. Pastor Webb, good to see you, man. Cadre. And so what I understand is that in times like this, just this past week, Tyree Nichols, there was a young man, I believe in your area, Pastor Cherie, Elbert Miller, I believe, was killed down in your area, Little Rock area. Ricky Smiley's son, young man just Friday night here in San Diego, in Canto area. So people see this and they lose hope.
Yeah.
The Bible tells us, it doesn't tell us not to grieve, just do not grieve as those that have no hope. So even though we see these things, we should still have hope, not lose our hope. And so for me, I'm a living example, man. My wife is a living example. My family is a living example. So last summer in August, I just went in for a routine checkup, yearly blood work, physical, and the whole check. And my doctor called me back a week later and said my numbers are kind of high. He wanted to retest my blood. And so I had to fast, retested my blood, and it came back high again. So I was sent to a urologist, and their job to check me out and see what's going on. And nothing enlarged, nothing swollen, nothing abnormal. So they ordered a biopsy. And it was doing the biopsy, they discovered cancer on my prostate. Doctor said it was just one spot. And so they recommended I have, at my age, just 50 plus, that I have surgery, vice chemo or radiation or hormone pills. So I opted for the surgery, and the first Friday in December 2nd, I had the surgery, and during the surgery, they discovered there was a whole lot more cancer than they saw on the biopsy. They took it out, and I was in recovery, man, but I kept my hope, even at the moment of getting the news, because I've heard people say it's the news that's the real shock of the whole story. And just to get the results was a shock to me. I had to prepare myself to tell my family, my church family, my close pastor friends, Pastor Nate, which is one. And once I came out of the surgery, I began to heal. And that was for me, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, Pastor Cherie, Pastor Nate, that was the toughest part. Because it was then that I discovered that sometimes the healing hurts more than what hurts you.
Wow, Tony.
Wow.
Tony.
The healing hurts more than what hurt you. Because what hurts you comes, it's fixed, and it's gone. But the healing takes time.
Yeah. Wow.
The healing is a process. Healing is lonely. Healing can be frustrating. Healing can be taxing on your mental. And so it's through this healing process, I had to discover that I still have a job to do.
Come on.
And my job is to let somebody else know when you go through tough times, still trust in God.
Yes. Thank you, God.
Jeremiah tells us in 29 that God says, I know the plans I have for you. And here's God's plans for us: to prosper, that's his plan, right? And to make things good for us. And so we have to remember that if God said, I want to prosper you and not harm you, then at the end, it's going to work out for our good.
Yeah.
He wants to give us a hope and a future. And so it's through this time of being down, I had a reason, if you will, to be discouraged, man, to be upset, to be mad. I'm leading the congregation. I'm trying to teach the people that you can't pick and choose when you want to serve God. Just because you're in your mood, you're in your feelings is not a reason to not serve God. Because God is not concerned about your feelings. God's concerned about your faith.
Come on.
Tony.
You have to faith your way through some of these things. And I'm trying to do that. And so it's been good to be able to tune into you guys, even when I was recovering, just to get words of encouragement. And I believe that somebody else needs to know that when you're hurting, that's when God has your undivided attention.
Yes, that's good.
And then sometimes God has to hurt you in order to help you.
Jesus.
Because once God hurts you, now you're depending on him, you're talking to him, and you're listening to him because you're in a position of being frail and injured, and God wants to let you know some things. And so when we're moving so fast, sometimes God will get our attention in the way that he sees fit. I tell my people all the time that as we are conditioned and taught to give tithes and offerings, sow a seed into good ground, I say that if you do not sow your seed to God, he'll get it one way or another.
Come on, Doc.
Yes, sir.
That little car you love will start breaking down. That little refrigerator you got at home will start leaking water.
My Lord.
God's going to get it one way or another. So our hope is to trust everything that we go through has a purpose. I know in school we're taught the seasons are summer, winter, spring, and fall. But I learned there's one more season not taught in school, and that's called due season. And when your due season comes, God will then reveal to you why you went through what you went through. And so suffering is a part of the process.
Yes, sir.
If they did it to Jesus, what about you and I?
Come on.
Jesus went about doing nothing but good in the hood, and they still didn't like him.
Wow.
And so I've learned just to continue to push and make our way through. Don't be so quick to give up on God, because at the end of the day, remember, God never gave up on you.
Yeah. Yeah.
God knew we was crazy when he saved us. God knew we was crazy when he cleaned us up.
Come on, Tony.
He gives us a chance every day by giving us what? Brand new mercy.
Come
Mercy.
on, Tony.
Yes.
Not microwave mercy, not reheated mercy, not fixed, but brand new mercy every day. And if we can't take that and to thank God all he's done for us, despite all he knows about us,
Oh, come on.
we have a reason to never lose hope, knowing that he has our best interests at heart.
Yeah.
That's good.
He's our God, man. So I'm learning, and I've learned to just depend on God. And sometimes, here it is, sometimes depending on God will make you look crazy.
Say that, Tony.
Say that.
Sometimes depending on God will make you look crazy. People don't understand why you're still going to church, why you're still showing up,
Come on.
why you're still praying, why you're still preaching and you're bleeding, why you're still talking to people and you need somebody to talk to you, why you're trying to help somebody and you need help. That's how you work your way through it.
Yeah.
Because
So
Pastor Nate, Pastor Cherie, you probably have been through it. You've been down and out, you've been hurting, you've been bleeding, and then you've been charged to help somebody else. And through helping somebody else, God will help you.
That's right.
That's so good.
Witness.
And so it takes that to be able to help ourselves by doing what God has asked us to do, despite how we feel.
That's so good, man. That's so good.
Because in his human body, Jesus didn't feel good with nails in his hands.
Come on, sir. Come on.
In his human body, he didn't feel good being pierced in his side. And the reality is, like the song says, he could have come down.
Could have come down.
He had the power to come down. In fact, he had the right to come down. He hadn't sinned, but he stayed there. And so we're so quick to give up and lose hope and turn our back and commit apostasy and walk away from God because of how we feel, and not knowing that at the end of the day, you'll need God more than God needs you.
Yes, sir.
Come on, Tony.
So God will let you walk away, and I hear God saying in my mind, you'll be back. So we have to learn just to trust God, believe in God, knowing that he's looking out for us. When he wants us to prosper, the process might cause us to be hurt, to be harmed, to be betrayed, but it's always still to prosper us through the process.
Thank you.
It doesn't always feel good. It doesn't always look good. It doesn't always sound good, but at the end, it will work out for our good.
That's good, Tony.
So we have to just faith our way through this thing, man. And I've learned to do that even in my pain, but I thank God for always using me to help me help somebody else. I'm an only child, so on my mom's side, I have siblings on my father's side that I recently just met a couple of years ago, but I learned through her, just her will and her work ethic, how she could have given up, being a single parent, living in the projects in San Francisco, but yet she still trusted God. And so I learned from that it's going to work out. Suffering is temporary. Pain is temporary. Hurt is temporary. But joy from God is eternal. The world might give you happiness, but even happiness is temporary.
Temporary.
But God gives us joy. Happiness needs external elements to happen. You need to have money in your pocket to be happy. You need to have a house to be happy. You need to have shoes on your feet to be happy. But if you can be broke and still love God, that's called joy.
Yes.
When you cannot have gas to get to work, but still go to church, that's joy.
Yes, sir.
And so we have to discover that it takes us doing our part to know the joy that we can have by serving God and not being too quick to give up hope on what we see, because never let what you see make you forget what God said.
Yes, sir.
Never let what you see.
But God said, I'll always be there for you. So never let what you see make you forget what God said. He has a tendency of doing encores and repeat performances and reruns. He does it over again. Same God right now, same God back then.
Yes.
He can make things happen if we just trust him and allow him to lead us through all that we're going through. That's right, Pastor Rich. He is the joy of my strength and the strength of my life.
Yeah.
He'll give you what you need. Where you're weak, he'll make you strong.
Yes, he will.
And so I've learned to just depend on him through tears, depend on him, through sorrow, depend on him, and understand that he has our best interest at heart.
Tony, let me ask you this, man. Because you a man of God. You love the Lord, man. That's clear. But to hear that news, man, to hear it, man, and did something in your humanity creep into your mind? I mean, you know how you grow up around church, and when things tragic happens, we often assume that the only response is God's gonna make a way.
Yeah.
That's typically not. I know for me, when I've heard news, whether it's death or something, that wasn't always my first response. But does that make me lesser than because we don't always respond initially to news that we get that may be positive? How would you wrap that up for somebody today, man? You can't be down, you can't be weak, you can't feel overwhelmed. What do you say to that as it pertains to what you went through, man?
Yes. So for me, I got the news mid-October.
Right.
And doctor told me in a video conference call, and what the process would be. And after I got off the phone, the video conference with them, my first thought was not the Lord is my shepherd.
Come on.
That was not my first thought. My first thought is, what's going to happen now?
Yeah.
My first thought is, I'm not 100%. My first thought was, how am I going to get through? Can I get through this? How tough it's going to be. So it's good to know people who are super saved and super churchy, and they want to throw scripture at you, and that's not what I needed to hear initially.
Come on.
Not in that moment.
Come on.
In my realness, I need somebody to tell me, man, listen, I've been through it. This is how it's going to happen. You're going to get through it. I don't need anybody to give me a sermon or invite me to a revival. I don't need to go to a prayer meeting. I need to figure out what's next. How do I process this and get through it? I didn't lose faith. I didn't lose hope. But at the moment, I just want to know, man, what's coming up next? Because Pastor Nick, my journey, the 3 years I've been in March, it'll be 3 years I've been at this new ministry, Mount Olive. The first year I was installed in March 8th.
Yep, tell it.
March 10th, the world shut down.
Wow.
2020.
Yep.
The same year in 2020, on Father's Day in 2020, my mom transitioned. Still a new pastor. Still got to speak to the people. Still got to help somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
The next year, 2021, April 29th, my wife has a massive stroke. Still got to preach. Still got to pray over somebody. Still got to teach the people. Still got to help somebody else. Still got to show up.
Jesus.
Got to preach and then go to the ICU. Got to preach and head to the hospital. Got to preach and go to the rehab center. 2022, now I have cancer. I got to get up. I got to preach while I'm hurting. Got to preach while I'm processing what's going on with me. So I never lost hope.
Come on.
But it wasn't always easy. It wasn't easy, man. I was frustrated. I was mad. I was upset. I was angry. I was confused. I was trying to figure out why is this happening to me. And God spoke to me, man. I remember so clear. And I'll never say, God spoke to me. God told me to tell you this, because God can talk to anybody he wants to talk to himself.
Come on.
But he spoke to me and said, how faithful are you to me? That's what I heard. How faithful. Yeah, I know your mom transitioned. I know your wife had a stroke. I know you've been diagnosed with cancer, but how faithful are you? Do you still trust me?
Jesus.
And I sat there, tears in my eyes, man, crying. And I said, I trust you. Wow. I trust you, man.
It's all right, bro.
Man.
Sheree, what are your thoughts to what he's saying? I know, you're sensitive to real response. I mean, what are your thoughts? And Tony, man, listen, we your family, bro. You come through a lot. Let that stuff out, bro.
Yeah.
We love you, Doc. Cry if you need to, man.
I'm just sitting here thinking about how, and especially when you're in leadership and he's a senior pastor, how sometimes it's so much easier for us to teach this. It's so much easier for us to preach about it. It's easy for y'all to take notes on it. But when it's time to walk it out,
Yeah.
that's when your humanity steps forward. And there's nothing wrong with that, because I'm a human first.
Yeah.
I was created a human with emotions.
Yeah.
And so it's okay. Every time, I mean, and sometimes you don't get people to understand every moment don't require a scripture, y'all. Sometimes my pastor preached a sermon yesterday, even the strong need help.
Yeah.
That's
Sometimes,
good, Sheree.
have you ever been going through, and this happened to me, real talk. I was in the midst of marital problems. I don't think I had gotten divorced yet, but it was coming. And so I'm still operating, still showing up, still being there for everybody. And I was standing at the back of the sanctuary. Well, it's the front, back there by the doors where everybody come in. I was just standing there. And a lady just walked up to me and hugged me. She didn't say a word. I needed all of that in that moment.
Yeah.
I needed all of that. And so even yesterday, Pastor Alexander prayed over all the strong people, that God would send people in our lives who can just sense when we need help.
Come on, Sheree.
And then when you help people, you ain't got to tell everybody.
Right.
You ain't got to go tell everybody I had to do this because he was going through and he had this. No, sometimes it don't even require words, y'all.
Right.
And so I just pray that God makes us sensitive to others who are going through, especially those who are always having to show up. That God allows us to be sensitive, and that he will send those type of people to our lives, because whether you know it or not, we're still humans.
Yeah.
So.
And I learned this, y'all, Tony, and any questions for Pastor Tony, type it in, any comments. But Sheree, I learned that pain and grief usually don't make announcements when it's about to creep up on you.
No.
Anybody in here, you've ever left church, you've left a place of positivity, but then on your way home, that thing just
get blindsided.
It just creep up on you.
Yeah.
And that's what gets me sometimes. You could be, and I almost thought at one point, y'all, do I need help? I mean, because it just from nowhere. 1 minute I'm up, 1 minute, and then bam, I just get hit with an overwhelming sense of I can't carry this no more. I can't take it no more.
Yeah.
Tony, those blindsided moments.
Yeah.
Those are real moments, man.
Real.
And we saved, Pastor Tony.
Right. And I
know they're not crazy. They don't need to feel like they I said that's my lesser than because of those moments.
I'm a human.
There's
a question. I see two questions, as a matter of fact, for Pastor Tony.
Let me read this, Sheree. Tony, it's a question from Alentriana. Pastor Tony, did you ever question your steps through the process? And how did you keep moving forward toward God? That's a great question.
And the question is, absolutely, I did. Yes. Again, Pastor Sheree said it, in the human side of me, I question God. And that's not a sin to question God. Hezekiah questioned God. Moses questioned God. So questioning God is not wrong. So I questioned, why am I going through this? And here's what I discovered. My first year, the thing was the year of trust. That's the year my mom transitioned. My second year was the year of triumph. My wife had a stroke. My third year, the year of transformation, I had caught cancer. So these things unbeknownst to me, were tied to what I was going to go through myself.
Wow.
And so going through this process, I had to trust,
Whew.
I had to triumph, and now I have to transform.
Wow.
And so I kept going because God confirmed the theme he gave me in my spirit for every year. But he confirmed it, listen to this, by using me. You hear what I'm saying?
Wow.
He confirmed it by making me the center of whatever the theme he had given me. And I had no idea. So yes, I questioned God. I questioned the process. I questioned why. And I kept moving forward because I never stopped believing, trusting, and hoping. And he confirmed everything he gave me up until that point.
Wow.
So great question. Thank you for asking.
Here's another one. Teresa, how did you stay mentally healthy during your season?
Great question. I surrounded myself by the right people.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a journey that you should ever take in life. We're not meant to take it by ourselves. And so I have a great group of pastor friends and other friends that are not pastors that stick close to me. In fact, there was one of our retreats, Pastor Nate, you, myself, Pastor Brooks, and other pastors, and both of you said to me at different times during that week, you said, I have to take a break before I break.
Yeah.
And so I have to learn how it's okay to step away.
Yeah.
It's okay to empower, as your church says, Sister Reed, and empower somebody else to do some things. It's okay to not be there on a Sunday and be somewhere else. And so as we learn these things mentally, surround yourself with the right people.
That's good.
Because being around the wrong people can damage you even more. Again, of course, know your word, continue to pray, continue to have your morning devotion or whenever you have your devotion, but you have to surround yourself by and with the right people just to help you through.
Yeah.
Man, that's good. And let me say this and put up the next question, Cherie. And I was with Pastor Paul Litt this weekend, and I was talking to Pastor Reginald Sharp probably a few months back, who's in Chicago. And they asked me a question, where Pastor Sharp had asked me a question. He said, Nate, how you doing? This was a few months back. Here's what I said, Cherie. I said, I'm pushing.
Pushing.
I'm pushing. And can I share something with you, Nate? I said, yeah, man. He said, does pushing require energy? I said, yeah. I said, it does. He said, so why are you pushing? He says, there ever a season? And get it, y'all. How many times we tell people, keep pushing.
Push through.
Push through.
Mm-hmm.
And for the first time, it hit me that some seasons, it's not going to require me to push.
Come on.
It's going to require me to be still.
Yeah.
Because some of y'all are pushing and it's draining you because you pushing the family.
Yeah.
Pushing the kids. Pushing. Some of you in ministry, pushing your folk to do right.
Yeah.
Pushing your volunteer.
Come on now.
At what point, Pastor T,
Yeah.
is pushing not healthy? What are some signs that somebody in this room, y'all help me, need to stop pushing?
Yeah.
Because we tell folk, I done told a whole lot of people to keep pushing,
Right.
and I wonder how that advice has led them to high blood pressure,
Right.
and that advice led them
Yeah.
to stress. Because I didn't tell them to slow down, I told them to keep pushing.
Keep pushing.
Yeah.
I think he said it best. Take a break before you break.
That's
You
it.
gotta kind of know. Yeah.
How did you endure the midnight hour, Tony, when you were all alone? All alone. How did you endure the midnight hour? Ken wanted to know.
Yeah. Thanks, Ken. Thanks for asking. Great question. I think that's probably the best time as you're going through the healing process is when you are by yourself, when you are alone, to be able to process and understand that it's not the end, it's not a period, it's only a comma. And there's more to come. There's a word in our English language, the word is but. The word but is a conjunction. It attaches two different thoughts. And usually when you see the word but in the Bible, there's a shift about to happen.
Come on.
So I was down, but I'm on my way back. I was discouraged, but I'm making my way back. And so here, let me share this story right quick before I answer this question. There was a man who was selling a car, had it in front of his house, washed it every day, kept it clean inside out. People came to look at that car every day, and nobody bought the car. So his neighbor came out one day and said, man, I've seen everybody look at this car, and it looks too good to pass up. And since nobody else has bought it, I just want to let you know right now, name your price and give me the keys. And the man said, okay, but I need to tell you the same thing I told them. The car has no engine. So sometimes we look good on the outside and are empty on the inside. Sometimes we look good, we smile, we laugh, we shake.
Ooh, that's good.
We hug the babies, but on the inside we're hurting.
Yeah,
Tony.
On the inside we're broken. On the inside we're crying. So don't let what you see on the outside, let the makeup and the haircut and the suits make you think everything's okay with somebody else. Check them out on the inside.
yeah.
Wow.
It was said yesterday, because when you're the strong person, you ain't gonna never show up looking
Right,
like you
right.
struggle. My pastor said, you might catch me struggling, but you ain't gonna never catch me slipping.
Yeah.
Because I'm that strong person, and I will never show up
Yep.
looking like I need help. I will, because it's a pride issue.
Yes.
And so that's why we got to check on how you doing for real.
Yeah.
How you doing for real?
And how many times, Pastor Reed, have somebody ask you how you're doing? You're not doing well, and you say, I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm good.
You need help? I got it.
Right.
Or,
I got it.
I
I'm
figured
cool.
out. That's
Right.
me. I figured out. And I ain't got no plan. Don't know how I'm gonna do it.
Not
Hey,
one plan.
And don't.
And let me read this. And here's a question. But Julie Gant said, that was me. I was going through a divorce for 2 years. Still had to show up and sing on the praise team for 2, sometimes 3 services.
Yeah.
And all I really wanted to do was isolate and stay in bed.
Yes.
I determined that no matter how bad it got, I was going to be a light in what was one of my darkest moments.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, one of my favorite people called me and just ministered to me over the phone. I call her my angel because she was always there when I went through. Sister Rosa Curtis.
Wow.
Mm.
We'll never forget her.
We'll never forget it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tony, did you ever feel guilty about having weak moments during your trials?
No.
Okay.
That's
No. Because as you said it before, as a leader and a pastor, people forget, they don't realize that there are times that we are as vulnerable as the next person
correct.
to trials, to tragedy, to pain. Because being weak doesn't mean you don't believe.
Right.
Being weak just means you need God to give you more strength.
That's good.
Mm.
Richard Miller quoted 2 Corinthians, for we're troubled on every side, yet not distressed, perplexed, but not in despair, persecuted, but not forsaken, cast down, but not destroyed. Michelle Williams, when you stop, how do you deal with feeling guilty for taking care of yourself? Pray for the unseen. It's so hard.
Well, let me address that by saying up front, I never feel guilty about taking care of myself. I tell my leaders, self-care is not selfish.
Right.
Self-care is essential to keep your sanity.
Come on, man.
Self-care is important. So anybody listening or watching, never feel guilty about self-care.
Never.
It's important.
Absolutely.
And if somebody doesn't understand that, that's their issue. But I don't feel guilty about self-care. I think it's too important not to do it. We matter. You matter. Your health matters. Your blood pressure matters. Your heart matters. And so in order to keep those things intact, you have to introduce yourself to self-care.
Right.
It's essential. All right.
Mhm.
Kamani had a question. I think we missed it. Kamani,
Go back.
type your question back in. I
Oh,
don't.
it's way up.
Yes, wait. I think it's up. Yeah, they were going fast.
Yeah, they are.
Kamani, I didn't want to miss your question. Type it in if you're still in,
I'm gonna
and
scroll.
type it because I don't want to miss anybody. But this was good today. Katina said, I diminish my sufferings because I sometimes feel like they don't matter. So to save my feelings from being hurt, I don't say anything. Man, that's not good, y'all.
That's not good. That's not good because we become almost numb to our own pain.
Mhm.
And sometimes people have been hurting for so long, they think hurting is the norm.
Golly.
Wow.
And so we have to understand that hurting is not the norm. Hurting is part of the process. You will have trials and tribulations, but Jesus says, be of good cheer because I have overcome the world. So you'll have those things, but they're not to keep you down.
Yeah.
How do you stay positive in a place where you're sat still?
Just like that, sat still. that God puts us there for a reason. Every now and then he wants us to sit still, listen, re-energize ourselves, refresh, regroup, replenish your energy, and remain positive. Stopping and pausing to re-energize yourself is not a sin.
Mhm.
Because dare I say, everybody on this live right now, however many it is, you will not let your phone die. You will go to an airport, you pull up to the gas station, you pull up to the mall where they got all the phone cords at. You're going to find a way to recharge that phone when it gets low.
You're going to find a way.
But what about you when you run low? Find a way to recharge yourself.
That's it.
Man.
Because Katrina Butler said it, she put it in the question form, but she's just making a statement. How can you take care of others if you don't take care of yourself? Self-care is important, you guys.
Absolutely.
Isn't it amazing though? So many people know how to build other folk up
Mhm.
and make other people feel good, but when it comes to them,
Yeah.
Because for so long we've been taught that that's being selfish.
Yeah.
we got
You
to.
got to unlearn some of that stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
This
good.
was good today.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. Go ahead, bro. Go
yeah,
ahead.
we have to learn, Pastor Sheree was saying, we have to learn that we, and Pastor Nate, we have to learn how to build ourselves up as well.
Mhm.
Because we've been so engulfed in helping and building and rebuilding and re-energizing and recharging and regrouping everybody else, that when it comes to ourself, too many times we ignore it, we skip it, and we just keep going thinking, I'm gonna be okay. I'll get through this. I'll push through this.
Mhm.
And pushing is an energy that will decrease whatever little strength you have left.
Right.
And sometimes, as the question said earlier, we have to sit still and let God be God.
Yeah.
I was visiting one of my relatives and I was almost offended, Pastor Tony, because when I went in to give him a hug, he did like that. My nose a little stopped up. I may be contagious. As soon as I was going in for the hug, and he did like this. What I've learned, y'all, love people enough not to get them sick
With you.
When you know you're not fit or healthy.
Yeah.
Be embracing them.
Yeah.
That's my motive. My family member love me enough. As much as they love me enough to say, you know what? Let me not even chance getting you sick.
Yeah.
Right.
Knowing my condition. So let me tell you this, y'all. There's a season to embrace.
Yeah.
But then there's a season to disengage.
Yeah. That's good.
The disengaging doesn't mean you're mean or selfish. The disengaging is, let me get well. so I won't get you sick.
I get back with you.
And Cherie, we got a whole pandemic going on. If I'm hugging you sick, you hugging me sick. I don't have joy, but I'm hugging you. I don't have peace. I'm unforgiving, but I'm hugging. No, baby, let's disengage and let me get.
What is it that Tabitha Brown say? If you can't have an amazing day, don't you go around messing up nobody else.
That's right.
You better say that,
That's
girl.
right. Because as you walk around, you make a choice every day. Are you going to be a maternity ward, or are you going to be a mortuary? Are you going to give life, or are you going to kill folks all day? But you have to make a decision what you're going to do during every day.
Yeah. And y'all, let me just say this. Just leave folk alone, man. If you're not well, just get better.
Yeah. Yeah.
And guess what? You ain't even got to announce it. You know why? Because we see your symptoms.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, my question is, if you see their symptoms, why you keep embracing them?
Why you keep embracing them?
Oh, wow. You
got responsibility. Okay, they nose running. They're doing too much coughing. Let me choose.
Yes.
Child, this lady from Pastor Tony from Atlanta to San Diego, man. This lady, man, it was this nasty cough, doc. It was horrible. The whole plane, doc. Cherie, they looking like this.
That's all. I know she was shamed.
No, listen, I know it. But at the end of the day, you got to have that type of awareness regarding your surroundings.
You do.
If you can look at a person coughing like that, why are you avoiding symptoms in people's lives?
Yeah.
That can affect you, infect you.
Yeah.
Disconnect from the embrace.
That's right. That's right.
Y'all, this was good to me. And guess what, Cherie? This was a real story.
Yeah.
Pastor Tony, it's a real story. I love you, man. And we're going to give people opportunity to sow into your life, man. Listen,
man.
You're a part of the family, man. We love you, brother. She should have been shamed traveling like that.
KJ.
Cherie.
Maybe she got sick wherever she was coming from.
Cherie go back for her, but that Cherie, everybody, they in first class looking like.
I'm the one that's gonna turn around and look. If you keep on now, I'm gonna give you a few.
What could she do though?
I know that's what I'm saying. That's why I be feeling sorry for people. It ain't nothing she can do, and it's like that cough come at the wrong time. And you
hey, Pastor Nate, could she have rented a car?
I ain't finna get for that lady, man. But it was that cough. Y'all know when you hear the cold in the chest. It was
that cold rattling. Yeah,
sick. It was that.
She's sick.
Man.
Hey, man. This was good, Pastor Tony.
Put up a hashtag.
Hey, y'all, if you feel led to sow into Pastor T, y'all do that. And let's be a blessing to his life. Tonight, in fact, we'll be introducing our new topic for the week. And we're super excited about that. So stay tuned for our media release on our topic for this week. We had a great topic on priority, Cherie. I think it was really good.
Yeah. And I pray everybody got what they needed or something that they can use in their lives.
Right. So Tony, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna close with a joke. All right. And I'm gonna see if you can get it. All right.
Pastor Cherie.
Don't look at her. Don't look at her.
Pastor Cherie's face.
Don't even look at that lady. All right.
Go right ahead, sir.
You ready, Tony?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Y'all ready, Faith Room? We're gonna close on a high note.
Oh my God, we're ready. Come on.
Okay, Tony, a pair of cows.
That's two.
No, I don't want to do that one. I don't want to do that one.
Oh, you got choices?
I thought you was coming to a close.
While y'all sewing into Pastor Tony, first of all, I'm going to teach y'all a lesson on how to ignore foolishness.
Correct.
Exactly. No, I'm talking to you.
Top right.
I'm talking to you. Now, here's the joke for Tony. How did Moses, Doc, I'm closing here, make his coffee?
How did Moses make his coffee?
Come on, Doc.
Please tell me.
He brews it.
Hebrews.
He cracking up.
We got
Hello, Sheree. Let me do one more, Sheree. Sheree, one more, Sheree. How long did Cain dislike his brother? Give up?
As long as he was
As long
able.
as he was
As
able.
long as he was able.
Come on, Nate. These are like, this was funny in kindergarten. Come on.
Children's church.
Come do something else.
Hold on, now some people laughing. Hold on. One more, Sheree. One more. Sheree, if you know it, just don't say nothing.
Okay, I won't.
All right. This is funny, Sheree.
What is this, like Laffy Taffy rappers or something?
Hey, Tony.
Yes, sir.
Why couldn't they play cards on the ark?
They only had 2.
Noah was standing on the deck.
And that's all today, folks. We're gonna go. People gotta get their day started.
Tony, I love y'all. Take care. Tony laughed at that one.
You ain't even got these cheesy jokes. You ain't got to memorize.
I love y'all, baby. Take care. Don't use my stuff. Don't use my stuff. All right, we out.
I swear you ain't got to worry about it.
I love y'all, man. Thank you so much.
No foolishness. Bye. Y'all
Peace.
take care.
Bye.
Peace.